Welcome back to Make Money Online. Today we'll be looking at the prospects of XRP for the coming week. Like and subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos. XRP, after charging into December 2020, hit something of a brick wall, stopping just short of fresh territory north of 70 cents per XRP, and it started dropping off. The XRP price has added an impressive 80% since January, alongside other cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Chainlink, making gains throughout the year. Now, with traders gearing up for a rally in the next week before Valentine, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP investors are hoping the season of love and cheer will help them get another major boost off the year on a high. XRP recorded a massive rally in 2017. Last year, it got a smaller November to December boost that set it at a price so close to $1. XRP has been bouncing around under 30 cents since late December, climbing along with stocks and most other assets as governments continue to flood global markets with stimulus designed to fight the coronavirus-induced economic shock. The SEC has somewhat caused the coin to lose momentum. With the most recent pump and dump action, it could mean no rally this year for pessimists, but many XRP and cryptocurrency watchers are upbeat about the prospects of XRP in February. Given that XRP has been moving up or down at least 2.4% a day on average during the last few weeks, reaching $1 by next week seems pretty reasonable. A cryptocurrency trader and economist adding he favors upwards continuation despite recent regulatory concerns in the US, encouraging sellers, and a notable increase in selling pressure that comes from the SEC lawsuit. The XRP market was spooked last month when San Francisco-based Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase alerted they would halt the trading of XRP. Such regulatory changes should not impact institutional interest negatively, but it would not take any chances. Investors are confident the XRP market will shrug off the lawsuit. Full commitment to the cause will keep the rally going. XRP is gathering momentum and is rooting for massive investment worth billions from institutional investors, which could pile in and see the XRP price climbing. XRP's price has soared this year. Briefly, XRP has already doubled in price over the last month, adding over $250 billion to the combined value of the world's cryptocurrencies as one of the top 5 tokens. With Ethereum, Litecoin, and Chainlink riding Bitcoin's coattails, some of the cryptocurrency community are more focused on what the rest of the year will bring in addition to XRP's short-term price performance. The real fun is reflecting back on the full year of 2020 and thinking about the incredible adoption XRP has seen from securing new financial organizations. A legendary billionaire hedge fund manager known for his bets on interest rates and currencies revealed that XRP can be the fastest horse in the coming race. 2021 is the year XRP can go mainstream, and it's time everyone realizes that fact and plays catch-up. The cryptocurrency market keeps trading in the green zone even on the last day of the week. XRP is the main leader, going up by 50% over the past 24 hours. Meanwhile, the cryptocurrency market capitalization index keeps locating above the $1 trillion mark. The market cap is now at over $22.5 billion, while the price is currently at 49 cents. But can the vital 80 cents mark be achieved next week? XRP has been the fastest growing coin from the top 10 list over the last week. The price growth has accounted for 80% since the previous Sunday. On the hourly chart, XRP is slightly approaching the nearest resistance at 51 cents. Such a move is possible as bears are losing their initiative based on declining selling volume. The situation is also bullish as buyers are aiming at 55 cents. However, there are low chances of breaking it from the first attempt as liquidity is low at current levels. This means that a false breakout is more likely to occur. In the long-term view, buyers may get the rate of XRP to 65 cents if today's candle closes around 55 cents. The high trading volume is another reason for continued growth. XRP fell sharply over the past 24 hours after selling pressure gripped the market, with further southbound movement expected over the next few trading sessions. XRP projected short-term bearishness as the price slipped below its 20 SMA. Finally, people are targeting a rise above the 65 cents resistance as buying activity was on the up. Selling pressure piled up on XRP as the crypto's price dropped by over 40% in the last 24 hours. As XRP moved into the red zone, a big chunk of the gains made over the last 3 days was negated. The on-balance volume reflected the latest price action as the index dropped sharply on the charts. The relative strength index also stabilized in the neutral zone after falling from the overbought territory. Further bearish signals were prevalent in its market as the price dropped below its 20 SMA on the 4-hour chart. Even though XRP stabilized above the 36 cent support at recording time, a fall towards the 200 SMA can be expected in the near future. Over the weekend, the price of XRP broke through the resistance of the upper border of the side channel of 31 cents and buyers formed a powerful bullish impulse, which forced a test of the psychological level of 50 cents. Bulls could not fix above the vital level at 50 cents, which means that the accumulation phase has not ended yet. Thus, the selling trading volume is quite high. In this case, the more likely scenario is sideways trading between 40 and 50 cents to get more power to keep the growth. XRPUSD corrected after a steep increase and keeps trading at the 38.2% Fibonacci. We can currently suppose that upon testing the support level, the quotations will go on ascending, aiming at 61.8 Fibonacci. The MACD histogram keeps rising while its signal lines rest near zero, which is another argument for the end of the pullback. When it's over, the uptrend might continue, aiming at the previous target level of 52 cents. On H4, the quotations keep correcting near the support level of 38.2% Fibonacci. The price might bounce off it and head for the 50% and then for the 61.8%. The stochastic has formed a black cross near 80 and keeps declining, additionally supporting the correction. In the nearest future, when the pullback is over, the pair might resume the ascending dynamics, aiming as on the larger time frame at 52 cents. XRP might become the next focus of investors' attention, like GameStop quotations. On the internet, there are communities where people discuss the idea of buying and holding the token. Some such groups are rather large, about 200,000 members, which would be enough to raise the XRP price above its local peaks. Here we're looking at the weekly time frame perspective, the novel events, the established formational structures, and what we can expect. There are only a few steps remaining to fully validate the XRPUSD bull market. Namely, it was the breakout above the channel, the breakout above the 100 EMA, and very importantly, the weekly close within the thundercloud suite, which now finally happened to indicate a bull market confirmation. Looking at charts is highly recommended, as this analysis is building coherently on it, therefore we detected all the important levels and likely outcomes. On the chart, we can see how XRPUSD managed to stabilize within the upper boundary of the bear market channel, also matching with the support from the major uptrend ascending channel formation in blue. XRPUSD moved on to stabilize within these zones and show up with great bullishness from there. Also holding the thundercloud suite weekly in the green, which is an important confirmation for the bull market. What normally comes after such strong volatile movements is a continuation, more likely than a pullback. Nevertheless, XRPUSD has strong supports lying lower, which will stabilize the pullback and back up with a high likelihood. Taking everything into consideration, XRPUSD has established a strong bullish base within the schedule, which is likely to continue, if no major events come up again. Therefore, it's important that XRPUSD exceeds the high of the previous bullish price action and stays above it. When this happens, the continuation is highly likely, and this can also lead to potential testings of the established all-time high. For now, XRPUSD has laid ground for strong bullish continuations, and it's time to fully validate it moving into the expansion. This shows one more time that the market is highly volatile and that changes in either direction can alter the whole dynamic. What's going on in the financial markets these days is indeed a good example of changes in the crowd psychology. Investors realize that they can influence the market and change the rate set by whales, or major players with lots of money. Those who seem offended in any way get protection from the new bulls. This has never happened before on financial platforms, and the perspectives remain vague. Here you can see XRPUSD drop to a strong daily 4-hour structure support level. On that, the market is consolidating for 2 consequent trading days. Analyzing the price action on hourly, we see a double bottom formation with a higher low. 39 cents is its local minor resistance. Bullish violation of that hourly candle close can be a perfect trigger to buy XRP. With stops below the local hourly lows, the potential risk to reward is pretty sweet. Remember that in case the price drops below current lows, the setup will be invalid and we will wait until the market reaches the next key level. Ripple, meanwhile, still remains in the midst of the conflict with the SEC. The nearest hearing is scheduled for February 22nd. We hope you enjoyed this video, and please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. What are your thoughts on XRP? Let us know in the comments below. While you're here, check out one of our other great videos. See you next time.
Hollywood car set.